If Kylie Jenner vanished tomorrow, your rent wouldn't change. But if the guy living next door disappeared, the police would be at your door. Yet somehow you know exactly who Kylie is dating, what she eats, and where she vacations, while you probably don't even know your neighbor's last name. We spend 35 days every single year obsessing over complete strangers who have absolutely zero impact on our survival. It doesn't matter if it is a model on Instagram, a vlogger on YouTube, or a billionaire reality star. And the craziest part is that we don't just watch people we like. Even if you completely hate someone like Justin Bieber, you probably still know who he married, what his house looks like, and exactly when he makes a massive public mistake. So if these people offer us absolutely nothing in return, what exactly is the bizarre biological secret that forces us to keep watching? For a long time, the explanation was simply about basic human survival. For 99% of human history, paying close attention to powerful people like kings and warriors is exactly what kept you alive. If you lived in a tribe, you desperately needed to know what the leaders were doing, because if the alliances shifted and you missed it, you got exiled or killed. At first glance, this sounds incredibly convincing, so the mystery should be solved. Except there is a massive problem. Think about it, because the theory says we track people who hold power over our survival, but a movie star can't imprison you, a reality TV star can't exile you from your town, and a pop singer definitely cannot raise your taxes. They have absolutely zero power over you, so survival doesn't explain this obsession at all. The real answer actually starts with a glitch. Your brain is an ancient piece of hardware, and right now it is experiencing a massive malfunction. Before screens existed, there was a very simple rule, which was that if you saw the exact same face every single day, that person deeply mattered. They were your tribe, your neighbor, or your close friend. Familiarity meant survival, because to see a face, you had to physically be standing in the exact same room, but then the screen was invented. Suddenly, a musician's face is on your phone 100 times a day, you hear their voice in your headphones, and you watch them laugh. Your logical mind knows they are a complete stranger, but your ancient brain simply does not. When a vlogger looks into the lens and cries, your brain simulates that emotion by logging the face, tracking the eye contact, and pumping out the exact same chemicals it uses to bond you to your real friends. It is a biological hijacking that creates a one-sided friendship where the other person doesn't even know you exist, which is exactly why it actually hurts when your favorite actor dies. At this point, that seems to explain everything, except here is what makes absolutely no sense. If this was just about our brains making fake friends, we would only ever follow people we actually like. But as we already know, that is not what happens. We actively track people we absolutely hate, and millions of people spend hours every week watching someone they can't stand just to get angry and to celebrate when they fail. You don't do this in real life because you don't sit by your window for hours hoping your neighbor ruins his life, so why do we do it to them? Watching a celebrity fail does something strangely satisfying to the human brain, making a canceled celebrity essentially a modern public execution where millions watch safely from their couches. We watch someone rich and famous explode publicly, and we feel a twisted sense of relief that it wasn't us. We get to judge them safely from the living room, and if this was just about friendship, cancel culture wouldn't be a massive spectator sport. So if it isn't survival and it isn't friendship, what exactly is it? To find the answer, you have to completely redefine what a celebrity is, because the truth is that humans don't actually care about fame. If you strip away the money and strip away the cameras, a celebrity is really just a walking story. We don't just watch them, we actively use them to figure out how to navigate life by seeing what to do, and more importantly, what not to do. Eventually, they stop feeling like real people and they start feeling like symbols. We assign them the role of the rebel, the tragic hero, or the villain, making a high-profile divorce so much more than gossip because it becomes a live-action movie playing out in real time. We think we are obsessed with famous people, but we actually aren't. Celebrities just become giant human stories. We watch them for the beauty, the failure, the love, and the disaster because we are desperately looking for a way to see ourselves in someone else's story. The names and faces change, but the obsession never does, because long before there were celebrities, there were heroes. And long before there were heroes, there were just people sitting around a fire in the dark, waiting to hear what happens next.